Greetings, Nigerians. Today, we are exploring the vital economic challenges that our nation faces and discussing practical solutions to swiftly address them. The time has come for us to confront these issues and collectively pave the path towards economic prosperity. Our first challenge is Nigeria's heavy reliance on oil revenue. It's been a significant contributor to our economy, but its instability leaves us exposed to external shocks. The answer? Diversification. By investing in agriculture, manufacturing, and services, we can build a more resilient economy, less affected by the oil market swings. Next, corruption, a pervasive issue that hampers our economic progress and erodes public trust. We must implement robust anti-corruption measures and hold those engaging in corrupt practices accountable. By strengthening our institutions, promoting transparency, and fostering integrity, we can root out corruption and restore faith in our government. The state of our infrastructure is another significant obstacle to economic growth. Our roads, power supply, and public services need improvement. Prioritizing infrastructure development and investing in modernizing our transportation, expanding electricity access, and improving basic services will create an environment conducive to business investment and job creation. But tackling Nigeria's economic issues requires more than just government action. It demands participation and engagement from all of us. As citizens, we need to invest in education, acquire valuable skills, and encourage entrepreneurship and innovation. By empowering individuals, we can stimulate economic growth from the grassroots up. Despite the challenges, a brighter future is achievable. It's time for us to come together and work towards a more prosperous Nigeria. The time for action is now, and together we can build a better tomorrow for ourselves and future generations. As we pan across the bustling streets of Lagos, the vibrant marketplace in Kano, and the industrious communities in Port Harcourt, we see a nation alive with potential. Our cities, towns, and villages are filled with hard-working individuals dedicated to improving their lives and their communities. From the fisherman in the Niger Delta, to the farmer in the northern plains, the tech entrepreneur in Lagos, to the craftsman in Benin, every Nigerian has a role to play in our economic transformation. We must foster an environment that nurtures growth, not just in our cities, but in every corner of our nation. By harnessing the power of our communities, we can turn the tide of economic hardship and create a prosperous future for all. As the camera shifts to a bustling tech hub in Lagos, we see young Nigerians huddled over computers, their faces illuminated by the glow of their screens. This is the new face of Nigeria's economy. From tech-driven startups to digital marketplaces, the internet and technology are providing new avenues for economic growth and diversification. We see a young woman teaching a coding class to a group of eager students, a man running an online store from his phone, a group of innovators brainstorming the next big tech solution. Technology is not just shaping our lives, it's transforming our economy, says a voiceover. From tech hubs in Lagos to digital classrooms in Kano, technology is providing Nigerians with tools to drive economic growth, create new jobs, and compete in the global market. But this digital revolution is not just about the tech-savvy youth in our cities. It's about bringing the benefits of technology to every Nigerian, no matter where they live. As the voiceover continues, we see scenes of solar panels being installed in a remote village, a farmer using a smartphone to check crop prices, a woman using a mobile app to sell her handmade crafts to customers around the world. In this digital age, no one should be left behind. By harnessing the power of technology, we can empower our communities, diversify our economy, and create a brighter future for all Nigerians. Technology is not just a tool, it's a catalyst for change. And in Nigeria, that change is already happening. The camera now pans to a vibrant, bustling cityscape, showcasing both commercial and residential areas. The voiceover begins, "In our cities, technology is driving innovation and entrepreneurship. From e-commerce to digital finance, technology is creating new business opportunities, boosting productivity, and fostering economic growth." As the voiceover continues, we see scenes of a busy marketplace with vendors using mobile payment apps, a courier delivering packages ordered online, a small business owner managing her store through a digital platform. The scene then transitions to a serene rural setting, where the voiceover adds, "But this digital revolution is not confined to our urban areas. Even in our rural communities, technology is making a difference." We follow a farmer as he uses a mobile app to monitor weather patterns, a group of women in a remote village using a solar-powered device to purify water, a young man using a tablet to access online learning resources. The voiceover concludes, by bridging the urban-rural divide, technology is helping to create a more inclusive, sustainable, and resilient economy. It's enabling Nigerians in every corner of the country to tap into new opportunities, improve their livelihoods, and contribute to our nation's progress. From the bustling cities to the quiet villages, technology is empowering our communities and shaping our future. The camera slowly fades out, leaving viewers with a sense of optimism and anticipation for what lies ahead. The scene opens with a transition from the rural setting to an urban classroom. The voiceover begins, but technology alone cannot bring about economic growth. It's the people who use it and how they use it that truly matters. We see a group of adults in a digital literacy class learning how to use computers and the internet. The camera then cuts to a young woman in a tech startup coding on her laptop. The voiceover continues, by educating our people, particularly our youth, in digital literacy, we are equipping them with the skills they need to succeed in the digital economy. As the voiceover progresses, we see a montage of scenes showing Nigerians of all ages, from all walks of life, using technology in innovative ways. A mechanic using a diagnostic app to fix a car, a fisherman checking sea conditions on his smartphone, a teacher using a digital whiteboard in her classroom. The voiceover concludes, digital literacy is not just about using technology, but understanding it and harnessing its power for economic growth. It's about transforming our nation from a consumer of digital products to a creator of digital solutions. The scene ends with a shot of a bustling tech hub, symbolizing the potential of digital literacy to drive economic growth and innovation. The camera then fades out, setting the stage for the concluding scene. The scene transitions from the bustling tech hub to an aerial view of Nigeria, showing both the urban and rural landscapes. The voiceover begins, while the digital revolution has brought unprecedented opportunities, it has also brought challenges. One of these is the digital divide between urban and rural communities. As the voiceover progresses, we see contrasting shots of a bustling city with skyscrapers and a quiet rural village. The voiceover continues, in our cities, technology is everywhere, but in our rural areas, many still lack access to basic digital services. We then see a community center in a rural village where a group of villagers are gathered around a single computer. The voiceover says, bridging this digital divide is crucial for inclusive economic growth. We can achieve this by extending digital infrastructure to our rural areas and making digital literacy a priority for all Nigerians, regardless of where they live. The scene then shifts to a shot of a solar-powered internet hub in a rural village, symbolizing the potential for technology to bridge the urban-rural divide. The voiceover concludes, by bridging the digital divide, we can ensure that all Nigerians, whether in the city or the countryside, can participate in and benefit from the digital economy. The scene ends with a panoramic view of Nigeria, symbolizing the unity and inclusiveness of the digital revolution. The camera then fades out, preparing for the final scene. As the scene transitions, we open with a shot of a bustling urban area in Nigeria, buildings adorned with digital billboards, people engrossed in their mobile devices, and a city bus with free Wi-Fi signage passing by. The voiceover begins. In the urban areas, technology has become an integral part of daily life, enhancing communication, business, and education. Gradually, the scene shifts to the calm and serene rural landscapes. We see children gathered around a village elder, listening to stories, farmers tending to their crops, and women carrying water from a communal well. The voiceover continues. In contrast, rural areas are often left behind, with limited access to digital technology, thus creating a digital divide. The scene then transitions to a village community center where we see a group of people huddled around a single computer. The voiceover adds, however, efforts are being made to bridge this divide. Community centers are being equipped with computers and internet connectivity to provide digital literacy to all. We see a montage of scenes showing villagers learning to use computers, a small girl typing on a keyboard, a farmer checking weather updates on a computer, and a group of women learning to use a mobile banking app. The voiceover concludes, by bringing digital connectivity to rural areas, we are not only bridging the digital divide, but also empowering these communities to participate in the digital economy, thus ensuring inclusive growth for all Nigerians. The scene ends with a shot of the sun setting over the rural landscape, symbolizing the end of the digital divide and the dawn of a new era of digital inclusivity. The camera then fades out, setting the stage for the final scene. As the scene opens, we find ourselves in a bustling marketplace in Lagos. The camera pans over stalls where vendors are using digital payment methods, with the voiceover saying, "In urban Nigeria, digital payments have become commonplace, with even the smallest vendors accepting e-payments." The scene then transitions to a rural farmer in his field, holding a mobile device. He's checking the weather forecast and market prices for his crops. The voiceover continues, "And now, thanks to increased connectivity, even rural farmers can access critical information in real time, enabling them to make informed decisions." Next, we see a group of rural school children in a makeshift classroom, learning on donated tablets. The voiceover adds, "Even education has been revolutionized. Schools in rural areas are now using digital tools to supplement traditional teaching methods." The scene then transitions to an urban tech hub filled with young entrepreneurs working on innovative solutions. The voiceover says, "Meanwhile, in the cities, tech hubs are nurturing a new generation of digital entrepreneurs, creating solutions to local and global challenges." The scene ends with a split screen showing an urban tech hub on one side and a rural school on the other. The voiceover concludes, "From the bustling city of Lagos to the smallest rural village, Nigeria is bridging the digital divide, empowering its people, and paving the way for a sustainable, inclusive digital future." The camera then fades to black, ready for the final scene. As the scene begins, we see the sun rising over a bustling Nigerian cityscape, with skyscrapers and busy streets. The voiceover starts, "In the heart of Nigeria's urban centers, technology is driving sustainable development." We see shots of solar panels on rooftops, electric buses on the streets, and people sorting waste for recycling. From renewable energy to waste management, digital technologies are helping cities become more sustainable and resilient. The scene then transitions to a rural setting where we see farmers using drones to monitor their crops and solar-powered irrigation systems. The voiceover continues, "And in the rural areas too, technology is making a difference. Farmers are using digital tools to improve their yield and reduce their environmental impact." Next, we see a community meeting in a village, where a local leader is showing a digital presentation on a projector. The voiceover says, "Communities are using technology to engage in local governance, ensuring that their voices are heard and their needs are met." The scene then transitions back to the city, where we see a group of young people in a tech hub, working on a software solution to track carbon emissions. The voiceover says, "Back in the city, young innovators are developing digital solutions to tackle climate change and promote sustainable development." The scene ends with a panoramic shot of the city on one side and the rural landscape on the other, symbolizing the unity in their pursuit of sustainable development. The voiceover concludes, "Whether in the city or the countryside, Nigeria is championing sustainable development through digital inclusion, proving that when people are empowered with technology, they can become agents of change." The scene fades out, ready for the finale. As scene 14 begins, the camera pans over a sprawling Nigerian cityscape, transitioning into a serene rural landscape, symbolizing the harmony between urban and rural communities in their shared journey towards a digital future. The voiceover begins, "In this unifying journey towards a digital Nigeria, urban and rural communities alike are embracing the power of technology." We see shots of a bustling city market where traders use digital payment methods, while students in a rural school are seen learning from a digital projector. The voiceover continues, "From the bustling city markets to rural classrooms, digital technology is transforming every facet of Nigerian life." Next, we see a montage of various people: a farmer using a smartphone, a city worker on a computer, a student with a tablet, a trader with a digital point-of-sale device. The voiceover says, "Every Nigerian, regardless of their location or profession, is a part of this digital revolution." The scene transitions to a tech hub where young innovators are brainstorming. The voiceover adds, "And at the heart of this transformation are our young innovators, developing digital solutions that are driving Nigeria's march towards a sustainable future." The scene ends with a shot of the Nigerian flag fluttering against a sunset. The voiceover concludes, "This is the dawn of a new era, a digital Nigeria, pioneering a sustainable future for all." As the scene fades out, the stage is set for the grand finale. As scene 15 unfolds, we are taken on a journey through an urban and rural blend of Nigeria, capturing the rhythm of the digital symphony being composed. The voiceover begins, "In the heart of Nigeria, a symphony is being written, a symphony of progress, of unity, of digital empowerment." The camera captures a bustling city street where the hum of digital activity is palpable. People are seen engaging with their smartphones, digital displays are evident in shop fronts, and the hum of a drone overhead is heard. The voiceover continues. In our urban centers, the rhythm of digital progress beats strong. It is a rhythm that powers our cities, driving innovation and economic growth. The scene transitions to the tranquil rural setting where digital technology is making inroads. We see a farmer using a digital app to monitor crop health, children in a rural school learning from a digital tablet, and a village elder receiving telehealth consultation on a laptop. The voiceover adds, "In our rural communities, the melody of digital inclusion sings loud and clear. It is a melody that celebrates our roots while embracing the future." The scene concludes with a panoramic shot of Nigeria, urban and rural, bathed in the glow of the setting sun. The voiceover concludes, "This is our digital symphony, a harmony of progress and tradition, urban and rural, young and old. We are all composers in this grand symphony of a digital Nigeria." The scene fades out, paving the way for the end sting.